All right, love, peace, and divine light family. It's your girl Yamaya. I'm back to talk about some shadow work, okay? The reason why I wanted to come to you guys and talk about shadow work is because I've been discussing healing the seven chakras, okay? The seven chakras will require shadow work in order to heal all of them, okay? So I decided that I would come and talk about shadow work so that you guys can get an understanding about what shadow work is, how do you apply it, and how do you benefit from it, okay? Shadow work is something that, and I've been having a lot of forces that's been coming and trying to interfere with me, negative forces to try to interfere with me and bringing this message to you guys, but I'm not going to stop. I just wanted to let you guys know that whether, it be my recorder or, just it cutting off in the middle of me recording and things like that, just a whole bunch of different things, my website acting up, all kinds of things, but I'm going to keep going and I'm going to stay focused, okay, because we have to elevate as a whole, and I'm going to continue to bring this message, okay, and I'm not going to let those forces intervene at all, okay. So what is shadow work? Shadow work is dealing with self. It's dealing with your shadowed self, okay. It's being real with yourself, asking yourself some very, very intense questions, okay? And fixing those things about yourself, okay? This is work with yourself. This is having an intimate relationship with your inner self, okay? Being up front, okay, getting close to yourself and fixing things about yourself that needs to be fixed, okay. And we've been talking about the seven chakra healing series, okay, and in order to heal all seven chakras, you must apply shadow work, okay, with every last one of them, okay. And we're going to elevate. So let's talk about shadow work, okay. What are some of the benefits in shadow work, okay? Your lifestyle changes, okay? Your lifestyle changes. That the way you live, okay, changes, okay? Others benefit from shadow work, okay? So when you change things about yourself, okay, others can see that. They can see the changes, okay? And that's because you've been working on yourself. So they benefit from it, okay? Because you're a better person, okay? You probably could be more understanding, more loving, okay? Not, the same as before. So they benefit just as you benefits from shadow work, okay? You'll be able to see situations as they are and the best way to move forward, okay? So you're taking a look at self, you're being able to see some things, okay? Situations that's taking place in your life at that moment, you'll be able to see them just as they are, okay? And you'll be able to gain a better perspective on how to move forward from them. Perspective. A better perspective on how to move forward from them, okay? It's having a love for self, because when you deal with self, you love yourself. You care about yourself enough to want to be a better person, okay? So it's activating that heart chakra when you apply shadow work. You're dealing with yourself. You're loving yourself, okay? And I already spoke about it, healing all chakras, okay? It brings about blessings when you utilize and apply to your life, okay? Good things start to happen, okay? You look better because you feel better, okay? You've been doing some work on yourself, so it's going to start revealing itself on the outside, okay? You live a healthier lifestyle, okay? Because you're eating better. You probably start exercise. You're doing things to be better, okay? Because you're doing shadow work. You're dealing with self, okay? You learn things about yourself, okay? Better understanding about yourself, okay? Your triggers, what makes you mad, what makes you sad, what makes you happy, and you make better decisions for the future, okay? Because you know how to deal with situations, okay? So you make better decisions. You're able to look ahead and plan ahead and make better decisions when you do shadow work, okay? You have better relationships with everyone in your circle, okay? Others witness your growth and they learn from you, okay? So here's some real good questions, okay? I wrote these questions down. They're really, really, really intense. I want you guys to answer these questions, okay? And apply the work that's necessary, okay? If you don't understand how to apply the work or the next step to applying the work to this shadow work, okay, according to your answers, reach out to me. What do I need to do to fix this? What are some steps and some methods that I can take to fix this, okay? Reach out to me. I can help you with that, okay? I wrote down 40 intense questions. Take the time to answer these questions. Am I happy? First and foremost, okay? Because if you're not, you need to find out what's not making you happy. Write down some things that are not making you happy. You're dealing with self. Be real with yourself, okay? On a scale of 1 to 10, where is my mental health? Where is my mental health on a scale of 1 to 10? Okay? Do I feel protected in my intimate relationships? And you should, okay? What does success mean to me? Do you have any opinions in regards to success? Do you want to be a successful person? Okay? How do you look at success? Is there anything in the past that I have not healed from? Very, very important, because most of the time we are dealing with past traumas, okay, that we have to remove from out of our head, okay, and out of our heart, and out of our spirit, okay? So in order to do that, we have to do some shadow work. You know, we have to ask ourselves these questions, okay? Is there anything from my childhood that I wish I could erase? You have to go back. You have to go back and look, okay? Is there anything from my childhood I wish I could erase? And if it is, erase it. Make room, okay? Do I have goals? Do I have goals? We all should have goals. If you don't, write some down, okay? This is shadow work. Have goals. Have expectations, okay? How do I view death? And am I afraid of death? Okay? Me, myself, I don't view death as someone leaving me, because I know that we're all energy. We all come from a divine, a universal source of energy. And when this flesh is gone, I am still here. Okay? That's why I have an altar, and I have my ancestors still here with me, even though they're not in the physical, they're here spiritually. So that's how I look at death. That's why I'm not afraid of death, okay? So I'm not sure, you know, everybody have their, but how does it affect you, your feelings on death, okay? Because some people handle death really, really bad, okay? And they hold on to emotions in regards to death. How do you look at death? Is there anything holding me back in life, okay? You got to ask yourself that stuff. You got to be real. Anything holding you back? Because if it is, okay, I got to let it go, because holding me down is weighing me down. Got to move forward. Write those things down, let it go. Is it difficult or easy for me to say no? We should all be able to say no. We should all be able to say no if it's something that does not bring us any type of happiness, you know. We should be able to say, no, I don't want to partake in that. I don't want to deal with that. You know, no means no. It's not something I want to do. We should all be able to say no. We shouldn't be yes men. Okay, sometimes you have to say no. Are you a person that finds it difficult to say no? Do I stay in toxic relationships when I know they're toxic? You know, I've done that several times, okay? And I have to be careful still here, because I have to realize that they're toxic. But once you realize that they're toxic, do you stay in them? Okay? Because after that, it's on you. And we shouldn't be moving like that. So once we realize it's toxic, we need to let those toxic relationships go. So if you've asked yourself this question and it's yes, that's some shadow work that you have to do, okay? Do I pay attention to my needs as much as I do others, okay? How can you help others if you're not able to help yourself? Okay, so you have to come first in every situation. You know, me, I have to meditate. I have to stay focused, you know. I have to utilize sound healing, okay? I have to do yoga. You know, it's a lot of things that I have to do. I have to do this shadow work so that I can help others. So are you a person that focuses more on helping others than you do yourself? If so, you have some shadow work to do. Okay, how do I feel in my body, and how does it reflect into the world? Are you happy in your body? And if you're happy in your body, how do you reflect that onto the world? In a positive way or in a negative way? If you're not happy about your body, how do you reflect your unhappiness onto the world? Okay? So you will move accordingly with that as well. If I were to draw a timeline of my life, where am I? Am I at the beginning? Am I at the end? I mean, in the middle, or am I at the end? Okay? Be real with yourself when it comes to that. Draw your timeline. Where are you? If you're in the beginning, you have work to do. Okay? If you're in the middle, you have work to do. Okay? What does failure mean to me when I feel like I failed? Okay? We have to be the type of person that doesn't look at failures to the point where it causes mental anguish, okay? We will dwell on some things that we don't succeed in, and it eventually takes a toll on you mentally, okay? We are to fall and get right back up, okay? It's nothing but a lesson, okay? So if you're the type of person that looks at failure and feel like you're less than because you failed, no. You are growing. Embrace those lessons, okay? Ask yourself that. Which emotion do you feel the most at this point, and why? When I have expectations that seem unrealistic, how do I deal with them? Okay? Do I just say, hey, that's too much for me, I ain't even gonna put no energy into it? Or do you look at it as a challenge? Okay? It may seem unrealistic, but that doesn't mean it's not real. Okay? What does success mean to you? Okay? How do you view success? You know? Very important. What are my toxic traits in my intimate relationships? Okay? Do I have a lack of communication in my intimate relationships? Do I shut down and not talk? Okay? Am I impatient? You know, what are my toxic traits? Okay, be real with yourself. Look at them things because you may have some. Okay, we're fixing this stuff. Okay, we're becoming better. Okay. When I'm seeking peace, where do I go and what do I do? Okay, very important because their work, family, you know, all of that stuff, okay? It could get chaotic. But when you realize it's chaotic, where do you go for peace and what do you do? Okay? Is it good? A good thing to do, or is it a bad thing to do? If it's not a good thing to do, I suggest you find something that brings you a greater peace outside of whatever it is that's negative, okay? How do I pay attention to my own needs? How do I remind myself to pay attention to my own needs? What are some techniques and some methods that I just wrote down in writing these questions on me. I wrote it down. I have to do some shadow work. So that would be a technique that I utilize to pay attention to my own needs. Okay, shadow work. How do I show love to others? What makes me feel loved? Okay. Who do I depend on to make me happy? Okay. Should you depend on that person to make you happy? How do I pay attention to my own needs? What makes my mood change the most? How do I deal with change? Okay. What memories do I have that haunt me the most? Let them go. Who do I need to make amends with? Okay, we're going back to the past again. We be holding a lot of stuff on our heart, okay? Our heart should be as light as a feather. We are to forgive, and it's not for that person, it's for ourselves, okay? It's for ourselves because when we're consistently holding grudges against people, we're filling ourselves up with those energies, okay? You're forgiving for yourself. Doesn't mean you have to deal with them, okay? So you really forgive that person, okay? And move on, okay? It's over with, okay? And you learned. Say thank you. All right. Do I welcome in new experiences? Or do I like to stick to the same routine, you know? Sometimes it's important to take on new experiences, okay? And it's also good to have routines and things also. You know what I'm saying? But you have to have a balance to that, okay? Is my finances affecting my life? And if they are, you ought to do what's necessary to fix that. Do I have any regrets that I can't get out of my head? Okay, meditate on that. And if there are, get them out. Okay, you just got to see it first. Okay, we got to see what's holding and clogging us up and building us up. We have to face it. Okay, doesn't mean you're a bad person because you're dealing with this stuff. It's only you and self. Nobody knows anything that's taking place with this conversation with you and self. It's just you and self. Okay, if you have any regrets, get them out of your head. Do I care about my health? Okay. In doing shadow work, that's caring about your health. Do I care about what I eat and what I take in? How do I reflect on mistakes I make without letting it affect my mental health? Again, we have to make sure we don't hold on to things until they affect us mentally, okay? It's a mistake. Live, learn, let it go. Am I happy in my career? If not, I would suggest you tap into your creativity, what you love to do, what you like to do, and what you know how to do, okay? Doesn't mean you have to quit your job. You do not have to quit your job, okay? You make time, though, to tap into something else because why? You're not happy with your career. And eventually, you can leave your career and do what you love to do, okay? But you're looking at it and you're taking the necessary steps to do so, okay? Who do I confide in the most? And is it healthy? Okay? We shouldn't be confiding in people that's not really bringing us, spiritual healing, they're just telling us what we want to hear and things like that. No, we need to hear things that's real and that's genuine and that's true. Do I trust myself to make decisions that are healthy for my life? Okay? When I feel sad, how do I process that? Okay, how do you process your sadness? Do you dwell in it or do you let it go? Okay? So those were 40 questions, very intense questions you can start with, okay, that I wrote down for you guys. And hopefully it helps you get to know yourself, in a better aspect and do things and apply this shadow work so that you can become a better version of yourself, okay? If you would like to get some energy healing sessions done, please reach out to me, okay? And we can work on that according to your needs and what you need, okay? Because this is a universe, a life force that we all have within us that can be activated, okay? But we have to apply the work. Hopefully this information helped you guys. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. Please stop by my YouTube, guys, and hit that subscribe button, okay? If you're watching this video from YouTube, please hit the subscribe button for me, okay? I'm going to keep on bringing this information to you guys in hopes that we become one divine consciousness and we grow, okay? If you have any questions, reach out. Until next time, love, peace, and divine light to you guys.